Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I just wanted to go live real quick. I'm not trying to be here for too long. Want to go live, and I want to talk about something real quick. Um, I've been wanting to talk about this. I've been wanting to know the whole Epstein Island thing. Jeffrey Epstein with all this sexual sex trafficking things. It's been something that's been that I've been on since like maybe 2022, I believe, 2022, 2021. I've been really deep into it, and this is before anything. This was the lady that that I first like her first video that caught my attention, and it was one of her videos. She was speaking about her being sex trafficked and her being just being passed around by a bunch of people, elites, and so on and so on. It's she got so much story to tell. I'm not gonna be speaking on. I'm not gonna be just be talking. I'm gonna let her talk. Another thing too, y'all also got Twitch. Y'all can go follow me on Twitch. Any YouTubers, go follow all my YouTube subscribers. Go follow me on Get Right 777747. I got Twitch. Go follow me there. Those on Twitch, go follow me on God Love God Bless 777737. So Get Right 77747 on Twitch, on YouTube. God Love God Bless 37s. But yeah, I want to get into this, man. I really want to get into this, and there's another video I want to get into, but I think I'm getting into it maybe around next week, God willing. But yeah, let's get into what she got to talk about.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Just double checking. Hey. Hey guys. Yes, thank you. Screen recording, thank you so much. Yes, please. This won't be long because we're on our way to tie up some loose ends with some stuff before we have to move again. So, this won't be long. So thank you for screen recording. My mama's right here. Say hi.
Hey.
You know, the twin, everything. Y'all know. Hi. My name is Allison Leilani Carter. I'm going to turn the comments off for a second, so I could get this out. And already I am slightly sweating. Hold on. Because I just want to get this out quickly because I got a lot to do. So I'm just going to turn the comments off and I'll turn it back on and we'll be live again. We got to do this fast. So hold on. I just need everybody to stay with me, okay? So if you can heart me over here, if you can still see me, I'd appreciate it. So I know you're still with me and you didn't cut out and I'm not being shadow banned because my accounts are shaking, okay? So, hi. My name is Allison Carter. My mom's name is Shelly Carter. In 2021, we did a live interview with Maria Z. We went viral in 2020. Today is September
23rd.
23rd?
Yes, it's the 23rd.
23rd?
Let me check. Yeah.
Yeah, September 23rd, 2024. In 2020, I went viral, and we lost our home. We lost our animals. We lost everything. I am a dance teacher. I was working as a choreographer and after school teacher, a volunteer for doing hair at foster care agencies for free. I was starting to turn around and try to feed the homeless and go back to where I come from, packing backpacks and things for children. I don't need everybody to love me. I don't need everybody to like me. To each its own, right? I have been screaming underwater since I was 3 months old. I went into foster care at 13, 14. We tried to do a case against Riverside County Child Protective Services because Riverside County, do you hear me? Riverside County Child Protective Services was involved in my trafficking.
You hear that? Riverside County Protective Service, Child Protective Service, were involved in child sex trafficking. So all these government people that we believe in and trust in to look after a kid, these CPS workers, whatever they are, not all of them, but some of them are very evil. Some of them are working for the government in a way to sex traffic kids, because sex trafficking, if you did not know, is $1 billion business. It is $1 billion business, and it's the reason why Epstein and Diddy and all them other people were able to do this. Again, there's a movie called Sound of Freedom. Go watch the movie. That movie opened the floodgate to expose these type of people. And again, she's telling you what these CPS workers are doing. They're coming in there and they probably think they're doing. Some of them probably are doing their job, and some of them know they're getting paid in the back end to put this child somewhere to be sex trafficked, and they're just getting a little extra money off of it.
Can y'all still hear me? Can you just... Cool. Thank you. So, Facebook, you good? Can y'all hear me? Hi. Yes, you. Hi. Can you hear me? Cool. Thank you.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
I never thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested. And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. All right? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People...
She said it's just the same way no one telling P. Diddy, no one telling Denzel Washington. I don't know what Denzel Washington doing, but a lot of stuff are coming out in the blue now. A lot of things are coming out. I have a video that I'm gonna put it out there eventually. Hopefully next week, maybe tomorrow, if possible. Maybe tomorrow, God willing. But yeah. She said Denzel Washington was also involved, allegedly, but say allegedly 'cause I wasn't there. But she's saying Denzel Washington was allegedly involved in certain things, and I believe that in this Hollywood, that's what they call it now, Hollywood. For you to be where you're at, it's not about hard work. It's about, are you willing to sell your soul? Are you willing to do certain things that the next person ain't willing to do? Because the devil is the one that runs Hollywood. Are you willing to do certain things that most people with dignity won't do? Denzel Washington, he talk about God, he do all the other stuff. But Denzel Washington, I don't know. He's a big dude. What is he doing outside of what we see of who we see of him? What is he doing that is done secretly that nobody know? Same thing about Jay-Z. Jay-Z is another person who's always in these different scenes. He's in Epstein files. He was with the P. Diddy thing. It's a bunch of weird things, but you don't hear too much about Denzel Washington. But she just named Denzel Washington, and I'm just telling you, Denzel Washington is a big movie star. Yes, he's a good movie star, but being good doesn't take you too far in Hollywood. You have to be willing to sell your soul. You have to be willing to do something damaging to other people to yourself. And that's the reason why I feel bad for Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is with this guy Will Smith, and is also with Will Smith's son. And man, I'm telling you, Kai Cenat, if he doesn't run away from these people, because there's a video of him partying with Jada Smith, just Jaden Smith and Will Smith, and if he doesn't run away from these people, I feel like they're gonna do some damage onto that boy. Kai Cenat's gonna turn into the next Bieber. I'm telling y'all, these people are nasty, and it's not only by one person that you hear from. You hear from a lot of other people. Continue.
People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this bullshit. I decided to stop for a second and do some projects with projects all around, because we just said, you know what? This is our life. It's not changing. We stopped somewhere, and I've been hiding. My mom and I have been hiding. We've had our head down. We've tried to back up. We've tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people messaging us, investigators, people that want to talk now, when now it's because it's trending. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering their asses. All the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there.
A lot of them say that. A lot of them say that. Oh, I wasn't there. Who said that? I think Marlon Wayne said, I left at a certain time. Denzel Washington said the same thing too. Was it Denzel Washington? I believe it was Denzel Washington. He said I left at a certain time. There's a certain time that I had to be. I left. Was it? I believe it was Denzel. Was it Denzel or was it someone else that said Denzel told them they gotta leave at a certain time? They don't need to be here. Once they hit a certain time, they gotta go, because when things change, that's when stuff get kind of weird.
You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual orgies.
You heard that? Satanic orgies. It was satanic sex orgies. What Epstein was doing was satanic sex orgy. What P. Diddy was doing was satanic sex orgy.
Get it straight. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were responsible for the child sex slaves that were in the party. And one of those children were me.
Again, she was sex trafficked. I don't mean to keep pausing this, but I'm going to have to pause because it's a reaction video. She's a sex trafficked. She was sex trafficked.
Now, those who are trying to come at us now, talking like, oh, well, now the Diddy's out, now that you can talk. For why? Because we tried to have a case with Child Protective Services. We gave them 8 months worth of evidence. 8 months worth of evidence. That didn't even do a crumb. They took that case and they hid it. If you are a survivor and if you are a real victim, be careful. Because these hotline numbers that they're putting out, I don't trust them.
And this is the reason why most of these survivors, most of these sex traffic survivors, these, like I say, sex traffickers, like most of these people here, so those survivors who have been through all this hell, they don't speak about it. They don't speak about it because most people are gonna judge them. Most people won't believe in them. Like think about it, man. There's a movie called Sound of Freedom. It's a real movie. None of the victims were able to speak out. Nobody have spoken out yet. And that movie came out maybe 4 years ago. Maybe 2 to 3 years ago. And none of them spoke out yet. None of them. The guy who the movie was about, he was a real police officer. He said he knew some people who was gonna come out and speak about, they were gonna come out and speak out about their about the issue that they had going on themselves, of of what happened when they were kids, and then the sex trafficking story. They never came out. Better yet, there was a story that was about that guy, the guy I'm talking about, the police officer. There was a story that was about him where it was like, yo, he was sleeping around with with some of the people that he was with. That was the story. The story was he was sleeping around with the people he was supposed to work with. He was sleeping around with them. That was a story that they made up. I don't believe that story. Hopefully, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna do a research on that. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna do a research on that. They were trying to expose him and make him shut up and make him look like a bad guy, and I'm gonna show. I think if I can find it, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna show it to y'all. I'm gonna show it to y'all.
I wouldn't do it.
They take your information to see what you have.
They're taking
and
inventory.
then they shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking inventory. So don't trust them. Don't trust the feds. Don't trust the judges. Fuck all y'all. You're all guilty. You're all corrupt. Any attorney that's taking money to defend Diddy.
You hear what she said? The judge, the cops, they all corrupt. The politicians, they all corrupt. Think about it. This guy Jeffrey Epstein knew so much people. He knew the judge. He had a friend named J.P. Morgan who owned Chase. He owned the bank Chase. These people all working together. Like I said, like the good books say, like the Bible say, the love of money is the root of all evil. And sex trafficking is $1 billion business. J.P. Morgan and the rest of these people were all in it. They were all in it. They're all in it. In the file. They're all in it. All of them.
You're nasty
And I also believe Donald Trump was also in it too. I'm just being honest with you.
and vile.
That's blood money.
That's blood money.
That's all blood money. You do know that, right? Whether you take money for him to shut up, whether you take money from him for period, that's blood money. I don't want anybody's money. Not even Lassane. And let me make something very clear. Even though it runs in my family, you can't fake your death. That shit is expensive. We don't have that money.
You hear what she said? You can't fake your death. That is expensive. But you know who it ain't expensive for? Jeffrey Epstein. I bet it ain't expensive for him. I bet it's not expensive for him. Again, I'm not saying that he's not dead, but if he is dead, he ain't commit suicide. It's rather they killed them. Meaning they, I'm talking about the Rothschild, the J.P. Morgans, the people that he was going to expose. Or because of his money, they were able to move him out and able to still find a way to protect him. Or whatever.
We don't have the military involvement. We are not working with white hats. We are working with everyday people who can come out and do something when they can. Who can come out and say, I can be security when I can. Who can come and cover us when they can. But that's not all the time. Right now, we by ourselves. We can call on some angels. Yes. These are everyday people. They're not white hats.
She called them white hats. White hats are like people who can break in the security cameras and they can know where you at. Like wherever you at, they'll be able to find you. Like they can hack into cameras and able to locate you and just find wherever you at. It's called white hat.
Get it straight. There's no witness protection program because how well is the Secret Service doing protecting your former president? They not even doing their damn job. Even the photographer can get the shot. And including the people that can get the shot. Let's be real. Don't do the Lassane bullshit. Don't do that either. You want to know why? Because that all circles back to the military. That all circles back to fake arrest. That all circles back to lies. And not everybody can fake their death. Even though some of y'all are sitting pretty, trying to make the excuse of, oh, well, they were so evil, I was just trying to be undercover. No, bullshit. My face is out there. You little punk. My face is out there. You pussy.
No, and I see a lot of you people out there like, oh, they faked their death and they're gonna come back.
No.
That's
No.
bullshit.
No.
Joan Rivers, you were up there partying with.
Joan Rivers, the one that said that she was the first one that said that, what's his name, that Obama so-called wife is a dude. Again, I got another video that's gonna maybe I believe he is a dude. There's a lot of I'm not gonna lie, I believe he is a dude. I don't believe those two girls are Obama daughter. I'm gonna keep it 100. But again, these are my opinion. My opinion. Do I have proof enough of that? No. But you can do your research and see how he used to be a man. And when I say he, I'm talking about Michelle, who I believe his name is Michael.
Michelle.
And Obama is gay. Obama is gay. And that's not me saying it. These all things are can be connected. Y'all can research that. There was a white guy who came out and said that before Obama became president, he was giving Obama head in his limo. And then bro just died. Bro just died. I think the next after he said all that, bro died the next month or the next year.
Oh, Manshell, Lassane, you were doing some dirty, vile shit. All of you. So any of these people that they're gonna try to revive and prop up, bullshit.
No.
Bullshit.
You see all the people running? They're ducking and hiding because everybody knows that there was children there. But we're still not talking about the kids yet. When are we going to talk about the kids?
The kids, I believe, are being talked right now in the Epstein case. Because people are starting to see, oh, shoot. There were kids in these islands? 14-year-olds? 13-year-olds? There were kids in there? The kids are being talked now. Again, she's talking about this 2024. This video was made in 2024. We are in 2026. The kids are being talked now in the Epstein case.
Everybody's demanding something from the victims. Why aren't you demanding it from the news? You know he's about to turn into another Epstein, and then the list follows, and it circles back into a web. So why isn't anybody demanding any information on the kids?
Listen what she just said. Listen to it. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to keep pausing it, but listen to what she said, y'all. I'm so sorry. Just, y'all got to find the clues of the words that she's saying. Listen.
Why aren't you demanding it from the news? You know he's about to turn into another Epstein.
You know he's about to turn into another Epstein. You know who he's talking? You know who she's talking about? She's talking about Diddy. See, Diddy is the Epstein of. Diddy is the Epstein. Diddy is the Epstein of the music culture, and Epstein is who he is with the politics. You got a pedophile that's with the music, and you got another pedophile or predator, however you want to call it. Well, he's a predator. He might be also a pedophile. He's also is with politicians, giving politician things the dude to have sex with. So when she said he was the next Epstein, Diddy is the next Diddy not was is the next Epstein.
And then the list follows, and it circles back into a web. So why isn't anybody demanding any information on the kids? Huh?
And don't take my word for it. I apologize for keep pausing this because I'm very intrigued and very just excited about this. When I say excited, I'm really excited to put this out there. All I want to say is also too is that don't be surprised if P. Diddy, some way somehow die in prison. You understand? Don't be surprised if somehow some way he die in prison. Don't be surprised, man. Don't be surprised.
Where'd that supply chain come from?
Do you think that thousands of bottles worth of baby oil was for thousands of who? $65,000 worth of hot dogs and pizza was for who? Trafficking over the border was for who?
I didn't think that Factor could help me reach my protein goals. Boy, was
Another thing too I want to say. Diddy wasn't Diddy didn't go to prison for sex trafficking. He went for racketeering and what was it? It was racketeering and something else. He didn't go for sex trafficking, even though when you if Diddy was moving females from different I believe was he moving female from different countries? I'm gonna give you an example. Sex trafficking is if I'm in Florida and I take a female from Mexico to come to Florida, that is sex traffic. I just sex trafficked her. I believe Diddy was on that, but those were dropped. He went for racketeering, and I believe he also went for it was another one too, prostitution or something like that. It was. He didn't go to prison for sex traffic. They dropped those. But he was moving these females from different places, different states.
Child Protective Services is your supplier. Is anybody going to talk about that?
Oh.
The immigrants that are coming.
You hear what she said? Child Protective Service is these people's suppliers. Oh, hold up. That's crazy.
Coming across the border, that all those kids that they were just scooping up out of boats and out of the water, they're now coming in and they're throwing them right into the system. Aurora, Colorado, Springfield, Ohio. Where do you think all those kids are going? This ain't about an election anymore. Y'all know that, right? The election is canceled. Because everybody that you love, you don't live in the world you think you do. Everybody that you think is not guilty is about to show you who they really are. I've been screaming for years. So now, if you see me over here trying to live a normal life and tying up loose ends as justice, mind your fucking business. Or don't. Or don't. We were followed the night that Diddy was arrested. I left a place that I was in, minding my own business, finally trying to stop for a second and get my life back. And you know what? I'm not even upset about that. I'm upset about the fact that I have to walk back into this place and I have to tell you all goodbye. So if you know who I am and you know me as Justice, you know I'm about to walk into this building and tell you I gotta go. Nobody ever thinks about the victims. Nobody. The victims' lives get turned around when the predators' lives want to just get announced. You slap them on the wrist and you bring up every source of trauma for the victim. But nobody wants to stop and think about that. We're not talking about the victims that are still going through the shit right now with other people who are running to cover their ass and deleting their social medias. Pink, Megan Fox, Tyra Banks, Steve Harvey. Why you running? You know what?
She's naming all these people because all these people were in. I'm gonna say allegedly because I wasn't there. She's naming these people because these people were all there in these sex trafficking parties. They were all there in the sex trafficking parties allegedly. No one ever came out and sue her, even though she might not have the money to sue. But I mean, you can at least shut her up, right? No one did nothing yet.
But a part of me feels like, you know what, good, run. Because then you get to see how it feels to have to jump and throw everything that you give a damn about away for 2 seconds. Get a moment of peace for not a damn moment. Not a moment of peace. You take it and you run with it because you're happy about the peace. But then you see how it feels when they get shaky. You see how it feels when the world is a little quiet, like, oh, my superstar, my idol. What about the victims? Our PTSD lives on every damn day that they did what they did. But it's only talked about when it's trending. We got legal evidence to drop. I just don't know what's the point. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party. I was one of the party favors. But I told you, nobody tells on Diddy. Maria Z, I did that interview in 2021, 7 months ago. We made sure, I already knew that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested.
Well, we don't know. We ain't seen Oprah yet, but I won't. Oprah wasn't in the Epstein file. Oh, maybe she wasn't in the Epstein file. She wasn't in the Epstein file. Oh, even in the Diddy. I mean, I don't know yet. But I'm not saying that she's innocent. I think she's in it too, cause I think she also got like a school in Africa or something like that. And then when these people have schools, like Bill Clinton, he have a school. He not a school. I'm sorry. Bill Clinton have a foundation. And Bill Clinton and his wife are, I'm gonna say allegedly, but it's been on the news. It's been on news, New York news, where Bill Clinton Foundation is sex trafficking kids from Haiti. This the reason why that guy, Fast and Furious dude, I forgot his name, Walker, Alan Walker, or I forgot the little white guy who died from Fast and Furious with the car. He supposedly had a car accident and he hit the tree. That guy was gonna expose Bill Clinton of the foundation of sex. He had like a foundation, a little thing where he was, supposedly helping kids out, but he was sex trafficking those kids. And he was gonna expose that to everybody, but he died.
They knew that 7-8 months ago. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z event, we had a lot of legal evidence that we made sure we already had, because we knew a list of people were about to get got. You can't run for that long. I'm just shocked we're finally seeing the day. So thank you so much for listening. We got to go and tie up some things, and then we'll be back. But we got to move, because we don't want to be sitting ducks. Not that that does anything. It just disturbs our peace one more time, and it's bullshit. I'm not the only one. There are too many victims. Victims that you don't even know their name. Victims that you'll never hear their laugh. Victims that you'll never know who the hell they were, because everybody was so busy bouncing to their music. Didn't I tell you? Music is a diary. Are you now figuring that out? If you're listening, it's one thing when you hear it and you feel it. When you feel it, you can actually hear it. When you hear it, you can actually feel it. Do you understand that their music is their diary? All these rappers, they're telling you what they did. The music, it's telling you what they did. The comedy and the art is a reflection of life. I got a reflection of life for you. And not that I did. Who to give it to, I don't know. And if you're trying to come towards me right now thinking that, hey, maybe she'll testify against what?
I don't trust none of y'all.
Testify against who? Testify against the same corrupt justice system that's not doing a damn thing for anybody?
Let's be clear. You federal prosecutors, you have video surveillance from Diddy's house from 2008. Look in that 2008, 2010 span, you'll find her video there. You want to send it over? She'll say, yeah, that's me. Then you can do what you can do, but otherwise we're not messing with you. I don't trust none.
So she was in the P Diddy party. She was being sex trafficked. So all that stuff as I'm telling y'all, stuff not making sense, right? P Diddy only went to prison for two things. He didn't go to prison for sex trafficking. He went to prison for prostitution, and a RICO. He also went to prison for RICO charges. The sex trafficking was the sex trafficking crime was dropped. There was another one that was dropped. But you hear so much stories of him sex trafficking these people. I just told you, how can you take these females from different states to bring them to where you live at, or different countries? I believe it's different countries to bring where you at. That's sex trafficking if you're doing that. And that's what P. Diddy was doing. He was moving these females he was taking them, I believe, from different countries to have them come to the party and do these things.
Of y'all, I see what you did to Trump. A lot.
I see what you do to everybody. Everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Ask me if you've ever gotten a fair trial for any damn thing. Is there justice for you? No. Ask me why I'm going by justice right now. Because I understand that. I get it. My bones will never be the same. My heart will never be the same. My soul will never be the same, but I'm still sitting here. So I'll still continue to try to do what I can do. To be a voice for my friends that are no longer here and for the kids who don't have a voice right now while everybody is too busy running towards the adults. Running to comfort grown-ass men that you know are wrong. Everybody, no, not that black man. No, that can't be true. No, he can't be having satanic rituals. No, there's no way. Yeah, there is. And now you see. So now what you gonna do about it? Still, here we are. With everybody, I want evidence, I want evidence. You got it. Now what you gonna do?
Those parties involve children. The media is making it sound like
they don't just involve
adults.
children. They involve animals. The adults who are swearing up and down, I left at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You shouldn't have been there in the first place.
You shouldn't have been there. And on top of that,
and that's the reason why so much people are mad at the whole Epstein thing. When you hear somebody like Chris Tucker, you hear somebody like who else was there? It was Chris Tucker. Now you got Pusha T, you got all these other rappers and all these actors and stuff. And it's like, yo, what were you doing in Epstein Island? Like Pusha T, Chris Tucker, what were y'all doing? What were y'all doing? What were y'all doing over there? You understand? What were y'all doing over there? It looked suspect. It looked crazy to be involved with a guy like that, Jeffrey Epstein. It looked crazy.
if you knew that there were children coming in after a certain hour, why the hell didn't you say anything until right now?
Coward.
All these people, I knew he was crazy, so you guilty. I told you everybody guilty. You're guilty.
But yet, damn, I'm going to show y'all.
Get that shit straight. I don't care who it is that's saying, I left at 1 o'clock in the morning. Because why? Because why? You covered your ass.
Denzel, you a damn liar. Lecrae, you a damn liar.
Denzel, Lecrae. Who Lecrae? Who Lecrae? You talking about Lecrae, the rapper Lecrae? The Christian rapper Lecrae?
And now we gonna delete like tweets like that's gonna help anybody? No, we cannot run to another country. No, we cannot fake our own death. No, there's nothing we can do but continue to keep on kicking. And at this point, you better make sure that if you go to do something to me or my mama, we've already made that talk.
Don't miss.
Right here. Okay? Because I'm tired of being your puppet. So, we'll post what we need to post soon. We'll be back soon.
You people that are listening, that are angry right now at the things that have gone on to the children, you guys need to rise up and you need to start demanding that all these depositions and information gathering, that needs to be made public. They need to stop hiding that behind closed doors.
Demand the media. Demand from the media, because why are we doing another Epstein?
See, the media, the whole thing about the media, you don't really want to demand it from the media because the media is run by people like Epstein. The medias are run by pedophiles. You don't think TMZ is run? The guy who run TMZ, what's his name? This is his freaking name. The Jewish guy. Supposedly, I think he's gay, and I'm pretty sure he's been around these parties and been around these things. You understand what I'm saying? He's been around these parties. I'm gonna say allegedly, and he's been around doing these things. I'm pretty sure he's seen some stuff and done some stuff in these parties. So, yeah. So the media is not your friend. They're lying, and when people like Jay-Z can come in and able to pay the media, let's just say certain medias, certain type of amount of money, and where they can change their tone about the situation that they're at. It's not all of them, but some of them.
Why are we doing another Epstein? You know damn well Diddy didn't kill himself. Let's just do that now. We know that. Okay, everybody's clear? Yeah, we know Diddy didn't kill himself.
You need to hold everybody's feet to the fire, and this stuff needs.
They said Diddy didn't kill himself.
Everybody's clear? Yeah, we know Diddy didn't kill himself.
Diddy didn't kill himself. Oh, I get what she's trying to say.
You need to hold everybody's feet to the fire, and this stuff needs to be transparent. It needs to be seen. There needs to be nothing going on behind closed doors. It needs to be made public.
It's been enough of closed doors. It's been enough. It's been enough since I was even a thought of. It's been enough since I was 3 months old. It's been enough before me. It's been enough after me. It's been enough of the bullshit lies in the closed doors. It's been a fucking enough. Child Protective Services, you next. Where are they getting these supplies of kids? Ask them. I'm sick of covering for everybody. Kill.
So Child Protective Service are giving these people these kids. So you got this because the title. I think I messed up on the title. I said sex trafficker or something like that. I messed up. But listen to what she's saying. So that's weird. Oh my gosh, what are y'all?
Me. I dare you. You tried all my life and I'm still sitting here. That right there proves who my God is. So you can continue because at least I know where I'm going, and when I get there I can talk to my friends. Really can. I got a bone to pick with Jesus, but I gotta talk to it's fine. It's fine, and yes, my pinky's broken. For those who keep circulating this picture of this girl with a broken pinky, yeah, my pinky's broken. It was broken at 12 years old when I tried to fight back, and that didn't work. So there's a lot of parts of my body that pops and locks and shit because a lot of people started tying me up, and I'm really small. If you've ever met me, I'm really, really small. So people used to use me a lot for baby jobs. So people used to use me a lot for party favors. That party favor that I was on the table, I wore wigs too. So if you want to turn those videos around, I have a wig on for some of those. But yeah.
When she say party favor, she talking about that she was that they would I'm gonna show you guys another video. Party favorites is where these people these elite people, actors, whatever you want to call them, they'll come to these parties and they have all these kids around. All these kids will be around, and these people can just these elites or these sex traffickers, they can pick them. Or these, whatever you want to call them pedophiles. These pedophiles, they can pick them if they want to sleep with them, and they just around, just picking them. It's like an auction.
Pinky's broken, and so is my toe pinky. There's a reason for that.
If you're a truther, you need to look up party favor effect as it relates to Diddy's freak offs.
She said what?
As it relates to, you need to look up party favor effect.
Party favor effect. What is that? Let me search that up, y'all. Hold up. Party favorite effect. What is that? First of all, let me get the definition of it. Make sure I'm straight. What is this? What this one said? The definition of a cocktail. What? The definition of a cocktail party effect in psychology is when we tune into one voice from many conversations going in a noisy room. I don't know. I'm trying to see what is there another party favorite effect? I don't even need the don't give me definition then, just give me something else. I don't know.
Relates to Diddy's freak offs.
This is not just one problem. This is decades worth of an issue. You know that, right? Decades. He's one of millions. The party's just been going for forever, and everybody just got there. Hello, and thank you for those who are like, I've been sitting with you this whole time and I believe you. Thank you. You have no idea how much y'all mean to us. There ain't no money there's no price that anybody could put on that to say unconditionally, I believed you since the beginning. Thank you. Because that shit has been my whole entire life. That's all. I don't need any money. I want to go to school. I really want to go to school. It's not even about graduating. It's about the fact that it's the principle of the thing. I can say I did it because all my life I've been illiterate and I've just been a sex slave and I can do all that. No, I could go to school. I could be a grown-ass woman, and I am a woman of my word. I'm a choreographer, and I love kids even though I can't have kids. So if you have met me in this time...
She can't have kids because she's been raped so much time. She's been raped so much time that she can't have kids.
I thank you for spending the time that you have with me. Because now that you see all this stuff on Twitter, and now that you see all this stuff on social media, you've met the real me. You've spent time with the real me. You know that I would do anything to keep a child safe. You know that I would do anything to have some peace. So if you have met me in this time under the name of justice, you now have gotten to know me. So whatever you see on social media, thank you for making that decision to say, I've seen this and I've seen this. And now you can use your brain to see the truth. So... we'll be live soon. And we'll also be dropping an affidavit soon. I don't know what's supposed to come from that. I don't even care. It is what it is. So, all insurance holders on standby, please, because I have a feeling this shit is not going to end.
You know the drill.
We're at the starting line of all kind of bullshit again. Hopefully it's not going to pause. Hopefully we're not going to stop. Hopefully it's not going to be a slap on the wrist and then he kills himself and then he's sitting in the jail cell and everybody goes back to putting their head in the sand. Hopefully people understand that this is not about an election because the election is canceled because everybody is on the list.
That'd be funny if the Epstein list come through. Well, the Epstein list already come through and they cancel that election because of all this nonsense. And Donald Trump get voted in again without nobody voting for him. That'd be crazy.
Let me tell you something. They make sure in those parties that they have blackmail evidence. So if they go down, they taking everybody down with them.
Again, the thing that she's saying, I'm telling you right now, I got another video that I'm gonna do. It's a Tasha K. She interviewed a lady. I'm not gonna name her, but I want. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow I will react to that video. Everything she's saying if you want to, you can go back and watch this and listen to her and listen to the other lady we're gonna react to hopefully maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe next week. Listen to both of them, and you're gonna see how both of them sound the same, and they don't even know each other. They both sound the same, and they don't even know each other.
I pray to God that this is the day. I pray to God that this is the time, because all the victims deserve some type of justice, and it's just a matter of taking accountability and somebody saying, we are fucking sorry that we didn't hear you guys forever ago. There are people who are dead. There are babies who have lost their lives because nobody was listening. And now everybody, I want to listen. You are late. You're fucking late. I'm glad we're here, but you're late. See y'all soon.
Listen, I want to show y'all another video. There's another. Let me go find it, man. Let me go find it. Yeah, I gotta go. Hold up. Sorry. Hold up. There's another video of her. Let me see. Show more. No, don't show more. What are you doing? What's that video I'm looking for? There's another video. There's another. Do I have to go to history? What's my history? I probably gotta go history. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to find something else. Y'all give me a chance. Hold on. Let me come back. Come back. Which one she was talking about? She was talking about something. Right here. I want to watch this. I want y'all to watch this. Listen to this. Listen to the things she's finna say. Listen to this, and this is gonna be the last one. Then I'm gonna be out of here. Listen to it, y'all. Started. Hopefully, it's not gonna do this.
Understand what people do. Have you seen that pic? You don't understand what people do. Have you seen that picture of there's like
in this video right here? She's gonna talk about how these kids are being auctioned, how it look like when they're being picked by these disgusting people. Just listen to it.
a little baby on the floor? I'll post it. I will probably get blocked on here again if I put it on my story. But I know you guys have seen this picture. There's a picture of a baby. They got a picture of a bunch of kids tied to a wall. That's actually an auction. They're tied to a wall, and they're hanging on the wall. That's another.
Let me see. I can look at it right now. Let's see. Let's look at it. A baby tied to the wall. A baby tied to the wall. Auction. I don't know if I spelled auction right, but whatever. Let's go to image. They're probably going to give it to me. This is the wrong one. What the freak? Probably be able to find
The
it.
form of an auction. Some auctions are very pretty. Some you get to stand. Some you got to be naked. I had some really weird auctions. Some you're tied to a wall like produce or like retail, and basically like you're picking a T-shirt or you're picking clothes. Buyers come through wherever you're at, wherever they put you, and they literally like, okay, there's a white kid, there's a black kid, there's an Indian kid, there's a girl, there's a guy. They check how big your dick is. They check how much space your vagina has. They check your teeth. They check.
It's like slave all over again. Y'all ever seen the movie when they get them? They'll check their teeth. They say, open your teeth. check your teeth. They'll have you turn around, have you dance, and do all that weird stuff. There's a movie called, what's the name of that movie? Oh man, it's a movie where they do that type of stuff. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Same thing.
They check your anal cavity. They check everything. They have a taste. They walk into a room and they have basically like how you have, if you walk into a car lot and you're like, can I turn on the car? Can I sit in the car? Can I open the door? Can I sit in the seat? That's literally what's going on in an auction. For children, for 6-year-olds, for 7-year-olds. They walk into an auction and they will say, like, I will buy for a test sample of 2 fingers. I will buy for a test sample of a full hand. And they literally get to walk up to a 6-year-old and shove their hand up their cooch.
It is nonsense.
That is what we're talking about. You have people, there's a picture of a baby, like maybe 5-6 years old. It's a little baby boy, and he has like a leash around his neck, and they're walking him around, and he's butt naked and he's on the floor. Okay, I know everybody has seen this picture before.
What is she talking about, bro? Like, I want to see what she's saying, bro. A picture of a little boy with leash. I'm so sorry. This might get me messed up. A picture of a boy. I'm gonna say a little boy, cause I'm guessing a little boy on a leash. It's only gonna show me. They ain't gonna show me all these crazy. They ain't gonna show me nothing crazy, bro. Ain't gonna show me nothing crazy, man. Like these. I never seen these pictures. You never see.
The thing with that's also a test. Somebody will shit on the floor, somebody will piss on the floor, a guy will come on the floor, a female will masturbate and squirt on the floor, and they will bring in a child to walk through that, to play in it, to lay in it, to put on their body, to lick it, to see if they can walk around and act like a dog, to lick their shoe, to see how well their gag reflexes are. It's a gag reflex check. So if they come in and they're feeling horny and somebody starts jacking off on the floor and they bring in a child, they're going to check for that child's gag reflex by putting them in the middle of that and seeing if they throw up. That's what we're talking about.
This type of stuff is going on. You know why? The reason why I'm bringing this up, because I got so much I can show y'all, though. This, because the thing she's saying is true. At least I believe it's true. There's a video that DJ Academic did, and in the video it's talking about how Donald Trump was in one of these Donald Trump was in one of his hotel, and in the hotel Donald Trump took 2 of his fingers. That's what it's in the paper. I believe it's in Epstein file papers, or it's one of the papers. Y'all can see it. I'm gonna show y'all the video. Hopefully I can find it. Where the guy is talking about how Donald Trump is taking his hands I think it was like a 6-year-old or 8-year-old, and he's shoving his hand down the little girl's private part to check her private part. I'm gonna show y'all that video after this. It's so much that it's like, yo, how can this stuff can't be no lie, bro. It just can't be no lie.
You get me now?
But you have attorneys that are going to be working right now trying to get Ghislaine off on technicalities. So keep all that shit in mind.
They will take bars if say for it they're saying like I don't want to penetrate a child today. I just want to participate in this auction, right? They will have something there that looks like a broomstick with a dildo on the end, and they will walk a child around and they will make them lay on the floor, and they will take that and stab them with it vaginally, anally, whatever. And they see what the gag reflex is. They see if they cry. They see if they don't have a reaction. They see how well the drugs are taking, what drugs they're on, if they'll cry, if they'll be loud, if they'll moan, if they'll whatever. For the teenagers, it's a whole different ballgame. The teenagers, they will see if their body naturally gets wet. And then it's their fault. If your body will automatically start to respond to what's going on. If you don't, you're a defect. So ladies, if you stay dry, you're a defect. Then they really mess you up.
It's crazy, bro.
Then that goes into bondage and torture fetishes. Then that goes into blood fetishes. Because if you're not ready, and if there's no way that they can just do whatever they want to do and just get it over with, then they put stuff on dildos, and then they make sure that when they rape a kid and they're bleeding, then that takes more power because there's adrenochrome, there's power, there's control, there's extra money because
That's the reason why these people drink the kid's blood, because they feel like, yo, there's power in the blood. And the Bible do speak there's life in the blood. So these people are so satanic that they feel like if I drink this kid blood, I'm gonna have this certain power. That's the reason why they do it.
you're paying to get rough. There's so much shit that you guys are not realizing that what this life is. These are children.
Crazy, bro.
And after the auction, sometimes they don't even buy the kid, they just messed up. It's just a sample. So say Fords, they go into a room and they rape the hell out of a 7-year-old with the dildo stick and a machine, and they turn the machine on and they say, oh, she started bleeding, so now she's damaged. I don't want that one. Guess what? Now you're going to get beat by your pimp because you started bleeding. You're going to get beat because you fucked up. And at first they were sampling you like they were going to buy you, and now they're not going to buy you. And then after that, then you go back to wherever. You got to wait until the next job, the next auction, the next whatever is going to be next. Now you got to go back to that, and now you got to deal with whatever they just did to you. So if you're bleeding, if they spit on you, if they use bottles, if they use alcohol, if they use something else that made you sick, now you got to go. There's no shower. There is no I'm going to go pee. There is no I'm just going to go wipe off. No, it don't work that way. You go back to wherever they were holding you. You sit there and you pray to God that you don't die. You don't get a disease. You don't get sick. You don't have an issue where you need help. You just got to do it. And if you die,
It's not my phone, too. I thought it was my phone, but it's not my phone. I think it's one of them. It's not my phone. Well, it's not. I think it's one of them. It is one of them.
snap your neck if they have to, or they just go bury you somewhere and it's over. The baby farms. This happens on baby farms too. You do understand that, right? Where they're holding babies, newborn babies, fresh out of the hospital babies. There are people who have fetishes on hearing a baby's ribs crack as they have sex with them. There are people who have a sick fetish and taking enjoyment and feeling their dick hit somebody's ribs. Do you get me now?
What the freak
There's
is going
men
on?
and females who feel like their dildos and their strap-ons are real, and they have enjoyment and hearing what it sounds like to break a child's ribs. You know that cracking sound of your knuckles? You know that sound? Yeah, it makes a crazy-ass sound when you break somebody's ribs.
What the freak?
It makes you breathe in, too. It makes more pleasure for them when you breathe in. Ask me how I know. These are babies. There's baby farms. The hospital sells babies to these baby farms. They put them in the little beds that you see when you go visit the baby.
You know, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, yo, with this abortion thing that's going on, what do they do with the flesh? What do they do with the body? Like, what do y'all do with the flesh? Like, I think about that all the time. Like, yo, After you finish killing this innocent baby that you call a fetus, that you call a clump of cell, that I call a human being, what do you do? What do they do with that? What do they do with the with that body? With that little baby? What do y'all do with it? What do y'all do? Like, anybody who's watching this, or anybody who was gonna watch this, what do these people do with the baby, with these innocent baby that they finished taking out inside this female private part and ripping that baby apart? What do y'all do with the legs, the limbs, the hands? What do y'all do with those? What do y'all do with those?
Right after they're born, and you're like, oh my God, it's a girl. No, they go put them in these little things, and then people go down there and poke at them. People go down there and stick their fingers in them. People go down there and open their diapers and lick them. You remember that picture of the Pope sucking on a baby's dick? Do you remember that?
I don't remember
You
that
think
like
that
that.
was a joke? You remember the rabbi? And the baby is screaming its head off? You think that's only what they do? So there's people at a baby farm. There's nobody holding the baby and, oh my gosh, it's crying and I'm just going to dress it and feed it and clothe it and give it a bath. No, they're experimenting and they're poking at them. And they're seeing which babies can take sexual trauma. That's what baby farms are. So you imagine looking at a newborn baby and then being in a room over and hearing it scream its head off when somebody's cracking its ribs.
This is the war we're in. The fact that Ghislaine even has anybody willing to represent her is absurd and ridiculous. Eyes need to be looking on the attorneys. Job or no job, would you do that morally? There's no justification for that.
And some people are like, and especially this whole situation with, this whole fuckhead Stephen Kelly. I had to kill someone to get out. I had to do what I had to do to get out. What would you do if you heard somebody in the next room over telling somebody else that, when I go in this room, I'm going to have sex with them. And then after that, if they cry or if they fight me, I'm just going to slit their throat or break their neck. What would you do? If you're sitting behind that door and you're listening to that, what are you going to do? Because my attitude changed when I would hear somebody talk about me like that. I can't tell you how many times my pimp told me, you either get on that stage and do what I tell you to do, or I'll make sure that while they cut open your body, they'll use every open slot as a puppet. I'm like, got it. Machines? Anyone? Machines? On that note, well, when you put it like that, I'll get my ass on the stage. I can't.
This evil world we live in, y'all. Like Future would say, this evil world we live in. Gosh, Lee. This evil world we live in.
Tell you how many times somebody has told me, if you fuck up on that stage, I promise you, when you get off, you're gonna regret it. Like, all right, tell me what you want me to do. Because I can't fight you. I'm not gonna win this fight. I've had 5 or 6 dudes, big ass dudes, on me, holding me down, and I was still bucking some of them off. Because my pimp, I talked back to my John, my order. Not my pimp, my John. I was on an order with somebody. And he was supposed to be able to do whatever he wanted to do. I wasn't having it one day. I just couldn't deal with it. And on top of that, I was on my period. I'll never forget that shit. I was starting my period, and I was like, I can't do this. He wanted to taste my blood clots. You want me to make you sick? He wanted to taste my blood clots. He was telling me to push so that way he can taste my blood clots because he liked the way that it felt. I started fighting right away. I couldn't fucking deal. I was like this. I can't.
These people are demon, bro. It can't be real. It can't be real. You're a demon.
I can't. Like I know he told me to, but I fucking cannot right now. Like I cannot. And the man was trying to put the blood clots on his dick. When I say there's some things that I just don't know how to even express or talk about, I can't. Okay? So that one day, I lost my shit. I really lost my shit because he was trying to hold me down and he wouldn't stop. And I was trying to like figure out a way to deal with it. I couldn't do it. So I fought him. Really bad. There was a lot of blood, but it wasn't mine. So my pimp came, and him and about 4 of his friends that were there for other girls, they held me down and stabbed me with a needle and told me if I wasn't going to give blood, they'd make blood. But they were stabbing me somewhere else. So I'm officially shaking. So we're done with this conversation. But yeah, sledding now. So it's fine. I just need you guys to understand.
It's crazy.
It's easy to say Ghislaine's on trial for trafficking and they trafficked and they had an island and yada yada, but you need to know what exactly that means, who that involves.
Yeah.
You need to be looking at who's helping, who's defending her, who's making life easy for her. Yeah. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
And you need to wrap your head around the war.
We're talking Miss Lynn. I think it's on Max Lynn. So Max Lynn, but if you don't know, Max Lynn just got moved to a. She was I think she was in prison in Tallahassee. She's got moved to like a small prison, a more safer prison, and she also got a dog with it because she was willing to I think it's because she's willing to. I think because she's willing to talk. I do my research on her, but I think she was moved to another low facility prison because she's willing to work with the police officers or just be part of the investigation. So yeah.
We're actually in.
Yeah.
What they did. How many skeletons did they find in the water on that island?
It's fine.
Children.
I'm not even upset. It's fine.
What they did.
There's a lot, and I think people really need to understand. I'm not even upset right now. I don't even know what the hell's wrong with my body. I'm shaking. It's fine. It's fine.
This is what I wanted to show y'all. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on YouTube. It was from DJ Academic, but maybe I have to go to my history. Oh damn! If I gotta go to my history, is that it? This is it. Okay, got it. I'm gonna show it to y'all.
Multiple allegations there.
Hold up.
Hear about what?
You remember how the lady was talking about how they line up in the auction and doing you got these people walking around sticking fingers in these little kids' private part. Listen to this.
About them kids though. So, we could kind of keep that in mind. Like maybe there's some Israel stuff we could look up later. But I want to hear, was he fucking the kids?
so-called compromise, I do think it's important, while I don't necessarily, believe this particular one, the extent to which Epstein clearly was using his vast array of influence, power, etc., on behalf of multiple different foreign states, governments, and clearly, this verifies everything that we've laid out from the beginning. It is an open, genuine question, his relationship, not just with Trump, but with all the people around him, with all the people in power, and I just think it's important to flag that from the very beginning about what the story says.
I think starting here at the top, first of all, it's important to remember how we got here. Your right to credit, Kana, Massey, also shout out to Lauren Boebert and Nancy Mace, who were put under tremendous amount of pressure to back off that discharge petition. They signed on to it. That's how the files end.
Bro, we don't give a fuck. Tell us what it says in the files, you fucking...
There are a bunch of failed redactions, and then there's a bunch of...
Party, the caller. Okay, so this is a random call.
Kana, Massey, also shout out to Lauren, onto it. But off the phone.
Okay, right. Right there.
You can read, for example, up here on the screen, multiple allegations there about Donald Trump. Specifically, you can read some of these example for yourself. The DOJ actually...
All right, shut up, man. Sir, whatever, hosted a party with Jeffrey Epstein, Sammy Sosa, and Trump. I imagine Sammy Sosa with a face full of powder. And at the door, and at the party, the caller... Okay, so this is a random caller to the FBI. Okay, bet. At the party, the caller met an individual who was approximately between 18 and 23 years of age, who was brought in from Oklahoma for a modeling job, but then sold to a man in France. Sold? What the hell?
Sold. This nigga's 18 to 23. He's being sold to another man in France. Hey, slavery is still going on, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about. Slavery is still going on. He was sold to another man. This is a model. So the same thing that these Bill Clinton is doing when he have these Epstein had a model agency, right? He had this model agency thing where he's like, yo, you want to work for Victoria's Secrets? I can get you in. I know the owner. I know this. So he would have these females come, model themselves, look real nice, tell them all these things, and then as soon as he got them, he'll fly them to to his private jets, fly them to his island, and then after that, he got them. Now he starts sex trafficking them. He was lying to them. That's another way that Epstein was able to do this. I'm pretty sure Epstein had also other sex traffickers or other people that was sex trafficking kids that he probably met with and was able to buy other kids or buy other teenagers from, because we don't hear 8, 9-year-olds. We hear more of 12 and 13-year-olds. He probably was more into the 12, 13-year-olds, the 14 and 15-year-olds.
Several women were being auctioned, so they said they were auctioning women. And women...
You hear that? Several of them. Listen, this is the same thing this lady was talking about. The same thing Ali Carter was talking about, being auctioned, is what was going on. They probably got these people around, standing up, butt booty naked, and they being auctioned. Listen.
Known as Colette LNU was a madame. A couple of years later, a caller saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York. She told one of Santos' friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her and that he could pay her a lot of money. Donald Trump.
So now you got all these other celebrities out there. Now you got Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx trying to sleep with the madam who worked. The madam she's like the small pimp in a way, but she's like a small pimp, bro. She's a small pimp, just controlling the females and getting the money from the females that's having sex.
President had parties at
now listen. Now we're gonna. I'm so sorry, y'all. Now we're gonna Donald Trump. Listen to this.
That Jamie Foxx was interested in spending the night with her and that he could pay her a lot of money. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls.
Mar-a-Lago, I believe Mar-a-Lago is one of Donald Trump hotel.
Jeffrey Epstein. So this is another caller now. So this is one caller. Here's another caller. Donald Trump, the president, had parties at Mar-a-Lago called Calendar Girls. Jeffrey Epstein would bring the children in and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated.
You see? That's the same thing Ali Carter just said. That's the same thing Ali Carter just said. That's the same thing Ali Carter just said. The same thing. You think it's just coincidence? People just saying that stuff, bro? People need to wake up, bro. That's the same thing Ali Carter just said. And now they're saying Donald Trump was involved into this stuff. He was the one in the auction, sticking fingers in these little girls, checking they private part to see how big or how tight they private part are, so these other sickos can pay him a lot of money to have sex with them, to have sex with those little girls. Again, please don't sue me, Mr. Donald Trump, but this is in a file. This is an Epstein file, I believe. Y'all just heard what Hallie Carter just said, bro. Y'all just heard her, bro.
Did the children on tight
go back.
and
Let's go.
the children in, and Trump would auction them off. He measured the children's vulva and vaginas by entering a finger and rated the children on tightness. Pause. The guests were elder men, included Elon Musk, Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, Eric Trump. Attorney Alan Dershowitz was there with attorney Bob Shapiro. We were taken in rooms, forced to give oral sex to Donald Trump, forced to allow them to penetrate us. I was 13 when Donald Trump R-worded me.
She was 13 when Donald Trump R-worded her. You know what she said? She was force penetrated. Remember, Hallie Carter said they'll take these kids and they'll use a stick as a dildo and penetrate those kids. Remember she was just saying that? It's all in here. And that video didn't come out. I'm so sorry. Whatever, man. That video didn't come out till that video that I showed you about Hallie Carter, her speaking about that wasn't maybe what? I think that was like maybe 3 years ago. Is it a coincidence that they all saying she's saying what is being written here is what she just said? Like, come on, bro. Like, we need to wake up. These people are sick. These people are pedophiles. These people are nasty. These people are worse than the freaking Pharisees. And I'm a small streamer, so y'all want to come do something. But I really like how the saying go. I rather die like a man and live like a coward. Yeah, man, that's sick, bro. I don't like people who mess with kids, bro. I don't like that at all.
Ghislaine Maxwell was also present. That's caller number 2.
Killed the link to.
Listen to it. Listen, who was over there?
Donald Trump R-worded me. Ghislaine Maxwell was also present.
Ghislaine Maxwell, if you don't know who that is, that's Jeff Epstein girlfriend or wife, whoever that clown was, and she in prison. She's the one that did that Hallie Carter was just talking about when she said Max lean or lean. She said lean. She was talking about gasoline Max lean.
That's caller number 2.
Killed the link to this before it was.
Well, I give Jay-Z some credit. At least Jay-Z only got one caller that called in about him. Trump got at least 2. Okay. All right. So, hey, listen, we call a spade a spade.
So Jay-Z, he's also in the Epstein file too.
Here, you feel me?
Then taken down.
So Jay, you got to catch up, buddy. You got to catch up. Trump got a couple of calls. They only called about your ass one time.
Of course, these were extraordinary. This was part of an unverified dossier, which complaints specifically made about Donald Trump that were collated by the Department of Justice. In some of these cases, for example, they said, that this information was provided by somebody who had psychiatric problems, but nonetheless, we're going to go and put it up here. Let's put A5, for example.
Yeah, they're gonna say, oh yeah, that person was crazy. Yeah, she was crazy. She didn't know what the hell was going on. They're gonna make you like you're crazy, so your story doesn't stand out, doesn't look true. Oh yeah, she's crazy. So we didn't really take her words for it. That's what they're gonna tell you.
Next on the screen, this was another one. This was actually an interview with FBI agents. A survivor told agents that Ghislaine Maxwell, quote, presented her to Donald Trump saying that she was available. Not a tip. For example, this was an FBI 302, an interview with agents.
Okay, so this one's a little bit more credible. The first one is kind of like the Jay-Z one, but those might be credible too. So we don't know.
They are credible. They're just making these people look crazy when they're not crazy. They're making them look crazy when they're not crazy, bro. That's the reason why a lot of them don't come out and tell their story, because the media is gonna say, hey man, she was drunk or she was high on this. She used to be a cokehead. She was she had to go to a psych ward, all type of weird stuff.
Again, I want to show you this is what called being fair is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not only with Jay. We don't know. We don't know with nobody.
And I'm gonna keep it 100. I think I forget we don't know. I believe these things happen, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. People just not. These people are nasty, bro. They have when you have money, you do whatever you want to do. Is that for everybody? No. But I'm gonna tell you this: money make you who you really are. So if you was a pedophile with $1, you become a major pedophile with $2, $3, $5 million, $7 billion, $800 trillion. You become a more nasty pedophile because now you got the whole money. You got power now. You can do whatever you want to do. You become worse than the person who have just $1, than the person who just sitting in his screen watching child pornography. Now you can go ahead and go get the child because now you got $800 billion. You got $800 million. So yeah, man.
Name in this shit, we don't know. Okay, we ain't swearing for nobody. You feel me? Was you fucking them kids or not? We gonna keep it a bean. So this one has a little bit more, potential for veracity here because the FBI interviews what they call a survivor, and this survivor is claiming that Ghislaine Maxwell presented her to Donald Trump, and Ghislaine said, "Yo, Trump, she's available." Okay, so this is an actual interview, not just a random call. It says so-and-so never dated Trump. Maxwell took so-and-so to a party in New York. Maxwell seemed very excited that there would be a lot of great men for so-and-so to meet. So-and-so felt that Maxwell presented her and gave a rundown of so-and-so accolades similar to a CV. Maxwell presented so-and-so to Trump, and they had a conversation for approximately 20 minutes and was invited to Mar-a-Lago and was given a tour by Trump with Epstein and Maxwell present. Nothing happened between so-and-so and Trump. By the things that Maxwell said, it was made clear that so-and-so was available. Maxwell said things like, "Oh, I think he likes you. Aren't you lucky? This is great." There was an article that came out with so-and-so and Trump. So-and-so thought she was around 22 years old. So-and-so was given suggestions on what to wear. Maxwell says, "Oh, he'll like that. Oh, he doesn't like that." It was set up very much how Maxwell introduced so-and-so to Epstein. Maxwell introduced so-and-so to so-and-so. There was definitely a pretext that this guy was for so-and-so. So-and-so and so-and-so are friends. They dated much later. So-and-so described so-and-so as a good guy. So-and-so told so-and-so that someone from the government had reached out to him. Okay, all right. All right, well, there's no fucking here or allegations of fucking.
Let's go ahead and go to A6. This was another one. Quote, a witness swore under perjury that Trump had, quote, threatened a young girl. She could disappear and then threatened to kill her entire family. This was in the dataset 9.
Trump, my nigga, this sounds like some Trump shit. Trump the type to tell a motherfucker, nigga, I gotta get you clapped, nigga, like straight up. Like, yo, real talk, straight up. You feel me? Like, I can see Trump doing this. As a fact, Trump on some gangster shit, I could see.
And then, the reason Trump is I feel like he's so naive is in a way, when I say naive, he's so cunning. He can fool you because he'll do all this Christian thing, bringing these pastors over, have them pray. Like what he just did one where he had the pastor come through, whoever this guy is, he prayed and all that stuff. He's using that to make himself look good. Like, yo, I'm not that type of person. I ain't doing that. So he got this guy praying for him. He have these pastors pray for him to make himself like, I'm not that type. Remember the same thing that, what's his name? Same thing that Diddy was doing when he had T.D. Jakes around him to make himself look like, yo, man, I'm holy, man. I go to church. I'm a hallelujah, man. But then beyond the scene, he's beating women up. He's having crazy sex, doing all type of crazy drugs. That's what Bill Gates is doing. I'm so sorry. I say Bill Gates. He on it too, but that's what Donald Trump is doing. So he have these people come and pray for him. He have these people. He'll have like a whole prayer meeting, talk about Jesus, and then after that, he's banging kids. He's doing all these things that's in the file. I'm gonna say allegedly on these files. This man is in the Epstein files, supposedly, allegedly 1,000 times. And you just seen what one of the females just said. She was forced to give oral sex. She was forced to give oral sex. Now, some people there's a video where they said the lady, she that's not what she meant. She didn't say that. But if you listen to the video again, the friend would be like, no, it happened. This really happened for real. This really happened for real. There's a video of that where she say, hey, this really happened for real.
Now, I don't know. Is he threatening her over sex? I don't know. Let's hear.
Of the Epstein files, this was another particular one from a Tiffany Doe. Again, these have not been verified. For example, if they were submitted and they were part of the official release.
This would be more significant just because the penalty of perjury than like the anonymous tip line stuff, just in terms of how you think
so
about
we're just
this.
trying to couch everything, just so everybody knows about, in particular, all of these. This is not a claim of, that any of this has been proven. It has, however, been released by the government. Let's go ahead and put the next one up here on the screen. They're saying Epstein, quote, Trump is likely to be asked questions soon about me. Supposedly said a girl that Donald had sex with her at my house when she was underage. She said she has a witness. This was he asking, who was a Kathy Rumler, who, by the way, again, is former White House.
So Trump is likely to be asked questions soon about me. Supposedly a girl that Donald had sex with at her house was underage.
Lawyer under Barack Obama, and now actually a senior banking official who herself may.
So this is Jeffrey Epstein saying it.
Actually really be in trouble considering her entire relationship here with Epstein, but he's going back and forth asking questions specifically about how to handle that. Let's continue, shall we? A9, can we put that one? Because A9 was important to me, for example, because this was just shows you like Trump's social life, for example, at the time. Says, I simply cannot believe this victory. This is immediately after Trump's victory. No one called it. We all thought she'd win. This was to Jeffrey Epstein. You must be happy, though. I remember flying back with Donald on his plane the first weekend I went to visit you in Florida. It was the weekend he met Melania. He kept coming out of the bedroom saying, wow, what a hot piece of ass. Nuts. Anyway, hope you're enjoying Saudi.
Damn. Yeah, that nigga Trump was running back-to-back pipe sessions with Melania when he first met her. That's how you know you found your wife or your girlfriend, though. When you find your girlfriend...
Let me go to the poll with Bill, because Bill Gates, his wife is talking too. Listen to the Bill Gates thing. Then I'm going to cut it off.
When you read this, it kind of makes you think, did Jeffrey Epstein know his emails were eventually going to
Yes, clearly.
Be leaked or spied on or used as evidence? If he's just sending it to himself, is it because he just wanted to draft it? Because usually when you draft things, you just, you type them and they go into your draft. You don't need to send your draft message to yourself. You could just have it saved in your drafts. So when he sends it to himself, to me, I find that odd. Why not just leave it in his drafts if he just wants to write it out? You get what I'm saying? But no, he decided to just go ahead and send her.
Russian girls contracting an STD and was also writing emails about how to secretly drug his ex-wife with medication so he could get away with it. Bill Gates denies all of this, but his ex-wife, Melinda, he could get away.
Okay, listen. She went too fast. Listen, Bill Gates allegedly got an STD from a Russian girl. I don't know how old this Russian girl is, but I'm guessing this Russian girl probably could have been 16, 15 years old. He got an STD from this Russian girl. He emailed what's the name, Epstein, and said, listen, I got STD. Can you send me? Can you get me? Do you have any antibiotics that I can take and also can give to my wife? I'm guessing he slept with the Russian girl. He probably slept with his wife and all type of weird stuff. And he wanted to give the antibiotic to his wife without her knowing it. And Epstein just leaked it. I'm starting to believe Epstein probably got killed. You know why I said it? Even though I don't believe he committed suicide, but I'm starting to think a little bit that he probably got killed because he had too much on powerful people, and they probably had to kill him, had him let him, hey bro, you gotta go. They probably kill him. That's what I believe. I'm starting to believe that a little bit, even though I don't believe he committed suicide, and I thought he was alive. So it's rather he's alive or he got killed by these powerful people, Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, Bill Gates type people, Donald Trump type people. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Yeah, keep playing.
Get away with it. Bill Gates denies all of this, but his ex-wife, Melinda Gates, has broken her silence and she wants answers about the allegations. This is what she had to say in a podcast with NPR.
The emails in the files suggest that Bill Gates had additional affairs and that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection. and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing. His representative has said all of this is false. It is not on you to have to respond to
They all say it's false. All of them are saying it's false.
the details of that alleged behavior.
Like, come on, man. Everybody's lying on everybody? Everybody's lying? So they lying on Donald Trump. They're lying on Jay-Z. Everybody's lying, bro. They lying on Epstein. Everybody's lying? Come on, bro.
But I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles with these details.
Sad. Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness.
And another thing too, she divorced that guy. She divorced Bill Gates. She divorced Bill Gates. She got $8 billion from Bill Gates. She divorced Bill Gates. Her and Bill Gates are no longer together.
Right? And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls and say, my God, how did that happen to those girls, right? And so for me, it's just sadness for, I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage.
Why?
I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad.
Wow.
I'm not surprised that she's still alive. I'm surprised she's still alive. I wonder how long she's going to be alive, though. I wonder how long she's going to be alive.
Melinda Gates goes on to say that this reminds her of a very painful time in her marriage, that no girl should have ever been put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein, and whatever else may have been going on with all of the people around him. And she wants those people, including her ex-husband, the savior of health, to start answering questions, and ultimately for there to be justice for the alleged victims in all of this, because this is beyond heartbreaking. Although millions of documents have been made public recently, these are only half of the files. Millions of documents are still...
I have to acknowledge the elephant in the room at this moment. Your ex-husband, Bill, is named in the newest tranche of...
Didn't Bill Gates give her like mad bread? Bill Gates divorce settlement with Melinda Gates. What? $8 billion? Yo, man, I ain't gonna cap with you, bro.
I was wrong, and I said $9 billion. It's $8 billion.
Man, I only gave you a little chlamydia, and I gave you $8 million. You better hold that. You better stop playing, man. Man, I only gave a little syphilis. Man, you better hold that shit, nigga. Man, unless I gave you that HIV, you better hold that shit, man. You better take them antibiotics and be good, nigga. What the fuck? What? Reports indicate a massive multi-year transfer of assets. $13 billion? Yo, you better hold that shit, man. Yeah, listen, I ain't co-sign. I'm just saying, like, come on now. Like, yo, all you got to do, bro, I'm not saying you got to be happy with me, but don't be on no interviews running your mouth, yo. Yo, what you look like, Samaya? Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, shut the hell. You old as hell, man. Yo, I know Bill is like, yo, I get this bitch $8 billion or $12 billion, man. And she airing me out on some TikTok story time. Like, what's popping, bro? Like, yo, what's the vibes? Like, yo, she over here airing me out like she Brittany Renner or something. Like, yo, what's good? Yo, like, come on.
Of Epstein.
Told me you gotta speak your truth. Yo, shorty, you had all these years to speak. This is the worst part about it. Shorty this is why nothing beats a woman scoring. She gonna act like she never knew. What? You was doing what?
Look at that face right there. Yeah, that's a real good question. You think she didn't know? You think she didn't know? You think she didn't know Bill Gates was sleeping around with kids and stuff like that? You don't think she knew? I think, I could be wrong on this, is my opinion. I think what caused her to leave was after she got that damn STD. She was like, okay, I'm out of here. She probably hold it down for a minute. Was like, okay, maybe he's into that type of stuff. But as soon as she done and found out she got STD, that's when I believe she said, you know what, forget that, I'm out of here.
Oh, that's why
my opinion.
I was alone in bed at nights. He never came home. He came home smelling like Chuck E. Cheese. He came home, and one time I found a Power Ranger panty in his pocket. Oh my God, he really was with Jeff. Come on, stop the cap. You know what your man was doing, bro. Stop the cap.
Files. And
Yep.
there are a new alleged details about his past behavior. And I want to give you the opportunity to.
And Bill Gates is the guy that we have to take vaccine from? Bill Gates the one who's giving us vaccine? That's the type of dude we need to, like, come on, bro. I already knew Bill Gates. Bill Gates looked like a sick dude. He looked like a nasty dude. If you hear him talk, he trying to bring down the population. Bill Gates is the guy that you wanna. Bill Gates is that guy? Bill Gates is that guy? Like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
To respond in whatever way you want to.
Well, let me say this. I think we're having a reckoning as a society, right? No girl should ever be put in the situation that they were put in by Epstein and whatever was going on with all of the various people around him. No girl. I mean, it's beyond heartbreaking, right? I remember being those ages those girls were. I remember my daughters being those ages, right?
Oh, do you remember you being there and you seeing this type of stuff and it broke your heart? But there's nothing that you could do about it because Bill Gates was, was a little months he was successful and he was the breadwinner. That's how I'm listening to it. Again, I'm not saying she was there and she knew this guy was like that's what I'm saying, but that's not what I'm. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, forget that. I'm saying, nigga, she was there. She know that she know her husband was doing things beyond her back, and she knew her husband was probably screwing kids, but she was like, yo, maybe he'll wake up and stop it. Maybe, like,
So, for me, it's personally hard whenever those details come up, right? Because brings back memories of some very, very painful times in my marriage. But I have moved on from that. I purposely pushed it away, and I moved on. I'm in a really unexpected, beautiful place in my life. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
Well,
and I am so happy to be away from all the muck.
So one thing I will say, I respect that she's not saying, oh, my husband ain't do that type of stuff. My husband ain't that type of guy. She's like, hey, my ex-husband, yeah, that nigga probably did that. I don't know. Y'all go check him out. Don't just leave me out of it. Go get him. Leave me out of it. That's what she's saying.
That it was there.
I have to put more words to the muck for context for our listeners. The emails in the files suggest that Bill Gates had additional affairs and that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection.
Yeah, hold on. Hey, chat. You ever seen some headline and be like, man, something's up here? Let me tell you this. Back in the day, I remember I was in college and something. It said Melinda Gates, it came out that she planned to give away like all of her wealth. And I'm like, rich people planning to give away half all their wealth or half or whatever. I'm like, yo, that's blood money right there. That's child exploitation money right there. They can't live with themselves. That's what it is. Bruh, these rich motherfuckers ain't trying to give nobody shit. Melinda Gates plans to donate half wealth. And it was the half the money Bill Gates was, look.
See, look at that. Go back up. I want to show y'all something.
Not Bill Clinton.
Listen, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, all of them have a foundation. Bill Gates got a foundation. This is where they sex traffic these kids. This is where these kids get molested and raped and all that. All of them have a foundation where these kids come to them because they believe that they're gonna have a good place, a good home, but no, they get sex trafficked by their high politician billion-dollar friends. Bill Gates got the same thing. Bill Gates got a foundation too for kids. And rumor is he's been sex trafficking kids from Haiti.
Bill Gates was look. I gotta look. It's a long time ago, bro. It's like in 2010 or something.
I remember what he's talking about too. Yeah, I think it was Bill Gates. I don't think it was Melinda Gates. I think it was Bill Gates that wanted to do that.
Let's see, 2010. In 2010, Melinda Gates, along with Bill Gates, founded a challenge to billionaires to give half their wealth to philanthropy. Yeah, nigga. That's when I knew them niggas was doing some sacrifices. I'm like, all right, man. That blood money's not no good for them, man. They trying to get their spirit right. They trying to get their spirit right, gang.
See, I'm happy people like this are waking up. I'm happy people are waking up. They need to see this type of stuff. The government is effed up. These people are effed up. They effed up, bro. People need to wake up. People need to wake up. People need to wake up. Now, is this wake up going to cause us to do something? Or is this wake up just going to cause us to sit down? Now, hopefully it's going to cause us to do something and not to trust these people. You got Bill Gates talking about take these vaccines. Then they're going to kill you. It's going to destroy your body in the next 5-10 years. Slow death.
They trying to get their spirit right. That's what it is. Anytime you see somebody say, yo, they did all the fucked up shit to make billions of dollars, and now
they want to give it out.
Away. Their spirit not right.
Yeah, they conscious is eating them up. They conscious eating up at night. They conscious is eating them up at night. That's the reason why they want to get that up. They want to get that up because they can't sleep at night. They can't sleep at night knowing that, man. I had to eat 3 baby legs to get this $1 billion. I had to sacrifice a baby, put my penis in a baby, put my penis in this 13-year-old, 12-year-old, 8-year-old to get this $1 billion. I had to sell my soul to get this $8 billion. They can't sleep at night. So they feel like, you know what, let me go ahead and give it out to people so they can feel like they're doing something good. So it can maybe bring down the evil and bring back up them doing good. You know what I'm saying? It can balance. That's the word I'm looking for. It can balance.
Like everything has been aligned and is fucking them up. They can't live with themselves. They can't live with looking in the mirror after what they did.
The emails in the files suggest that Bill Gates had additional affairs and that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing. His representative has said all of this is false. It is not on you to have to respond to the details of that alleged behavior, but I wonder what your dominant emotion is when you read these news articles with these details.
It's wrong for me to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Come on.
Toast Crunch.
Sad. Just unbelievable sadness. Unbelievable sadness, right? And again, I'm able to take my own sadness and look at those young girls and say, my God, how did that happen to those girls, right? And so
I think she's lying, bro. I don't trust her. How did those happen to those girls? You know how that happened to those girls. Your husband's a billionaire. You think your husband, you don't, like, come on, man. Are you that damn what they call it, oblivious to what's going on in your own household? What your husband got going on? You're damn near that not focused to believe to like you damn near somewhere on another planet not to know what's going on in your own household. Come on, bro.
So for me, it's just sadness for, I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage. I had to leave I felt I needed to eventually leave the foundation. So it's just sad.
What did you know, though?
Thank you. What did you know? She knew something. She ain't just leave because you left with something. you left with some knowledge that probably in the near future that might get you killed because Bill Gates might say she know too much, and he might get somebody to put you down, to lay you down. My opinion.
But anyway, Bill Gates spoke, and he spoke out today. Check this out, Chad.
Listen to this bullcrap lie.
Welcome to Australia. Thanks for sitting down with us. I'd like to start with your legacy. A lot of people will start a foundation or a charity with the idea of creating it, naming it, and letting it live on forever and help people forever. You're doing...
Man, fuck all that, man. What's up with it?
The U.S. was by far, but at least
some of this
right
FC
now,
shit.
The 48 hours.
I'm letting you know right now, this ABC thing, media thing. Oh, this guy who's interviewing him is probably just lining him up. He's not even lying. He's probably just trying to make Bill Gates look good. He's just trying to make Bill Gates look good. You remember there was remember when Charlamagne the God interviewed Travis Scott after the whole thing that happened in his little show that happened when there was like so much death and just by the interviews, that just by the question that Charlamagne the God was asking Travis Scott, you just knew that, man, these questions are something. This looked like it was all made up. Like it looked like it was a question that it didn't look like it was a genuine question. There was nothing hard. It was nothing hard. If you could see how Travis Scott answered, and he said, "Oh man, it hurt me. It did this, it did that." You can look at it and you can see that Travis Scott didn't hurt him. He didn't feel bad for what he did. But the question Charlamagne God was asking him, they went through it already. Like he already asked those questions already behind the scene. So when they went, when they went to the scene and they started rolling the camera, it was like a normal thing to him. He started acting. My opinion, but I believe that's what really happened, and I believe that's what's happening here. Like these are not like this. This ain't nothing to make him look bad. It's not gonna make him look bad. It's gonna make him look like, well, he probably is innocent, and he's not.
times, but I'll say again, I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
Oh, now you're talking about it, right?
In 2011, philanthropists can take a risk to find a scientist or, get it out, and that philanthropy is sometimes more agile. So it plays a complementary role to government funding.
Yeah, part of that issue of trust brings me to Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know what your relationship with him was.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. So over a period of 3 years, I had a number of dinners with him. The focus was always, he knew a lot of very rich people, and he was saying he could get them to give money to global health. In retrospect, that was a dead end, and I've said many times, but I'll say again, I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to 48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was...
Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. Yeah, okay.
It's never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. Was he trying to attack me in some way? But, it just reminds me, every minute I spent with him, I regret and I, apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent and some of the information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he do this and say this about you, do you think?
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Is it frustrating to you?
Yeah, he'd been in the island more than one time.
Given what you've said, that this is now happening?
Not really. I mean, people should, hold people who are successful to a very high bar.
I'm gonna say allegedly, but I believe he's been in the island more than one time, allegedly. But Yeah.
And so, it's as these documents come out, they're going to be closely scrutinized.
Okay. Some of your work here in Australia has involved institutions like Doherty. Part of our contribution, be it to some of the viruses that have been ended, mRNA vaccines, has been in research. What can Australia do that other countries can't?
Bro, I know y'all ain't just switch the subject like that.
I told you I told you. The media is full of crap. When they coming over there and they asking these questions, you know who, ABC's not calling them. What's his name? Bill Gates Bill Gates know people who own the industry, who own ABC, that they can easily ask them question that's not gonna be tough, that's not gonna make them look crazy. That's why. Him being in the media and him asking this little light question ain't nothing. It's something that he can get on TV, look like he's innocent, and that's it, bro. Now he just gonna move on to another question. Like the whole Epstein thing is just over with. Like, that's it. We're just gonna move on to another thing. Come on, bro. This guy's a clown.
Well, Australia has some fantastic.
I know he didn't just switch the subject.
Yeah, that's true. That's what they do, bro. That's why there's no point of going to the media, because the media is owned by people like this. If it's not owned by people like this, he know friends who own ABC, NBC, CBS. That's why the questions, you could just listen to the question. The question's not even that hard. They're not hard question to really shove at them, to really like dig at them, to really make them start panicking, really start making them double down his word, twist his words. It's not just little ABC words that he just swallow like a little water and he keep it moving. And then now they're gonna move on to a whole nother question.
What?
Philanthropy is sometimes with him. I regret and I apologize that I did that.
So he's saying it's cap.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent.
Man, I'm about to get out of here, bro. Man, listen, man, y'all need to do your research a lot more. These people are messed up. These people are wrong. These people are bad people. Whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's Bill Gates, whether it's the wife of Donald Trump, whether it's the wife of Bill Gates, whether it's the child of Bill Gates, or I don't think Bill Gates got a child, or the child of Donald Trump. These people are all messed up, bro. They're all part of a $1 billion sex traffic industry. Again, go watch that movie called Sound of Freedom. They didn't want that movie to come out. That movie took 5 years to come out. 5 years. It's called Sound of Freedom. Go watch it. And they expose these things. And I want to say a lot. I'm going to keep saying this. I thank you to the Sound of Freedom. I thank you because you guys, because of what you guys did, because of that movie opened the floodgates of Jeffrey Epstein's and these politicians who are running a whole sex traffic industry. They a bunch of pedophiles themselves. They trying to make pedophilia normal. They trying to make pedophilia normal. They trying to make cannibalism, eating people normal. Man, listen, man, it's time for y'all to wake up. And yeah, man, these people are messed up, bro. Ain't no way to trust the government. Ain't no need to trust them. And I stand on that. And it is what it is. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. God love, God bless. I'm out.